Hey, what's up? Beat time again. This time I'm using my upstairs rig. This rig consists of a vintage Akai MPC 3000 sampler right behind me. Also, a vintage Akai AX80 synthesizer over there. And an Ensoniq ASR10 right here, sampler. As well as a Oberheim drummer, aka Cyclone. It was a drummer unit, but I changed the EEPROM in it and made it to a Cyclone, and I went ahead and did a little DIY overlay so I can see what's going on. It's also going to be, the MPC is also going to be controlling the Jomox XBASE 09 drum machine, which is like a TR909 clone. The bass drum and snare drum are analog, and the hi-hat is digital, kind of like a 909. And the effects are going to be, the arpeggiation effects are going to be coming directly from the Ensoniq ASR10. The reverb you're going to hear, and then the additional reverb is going to be coming from Alesis MIDI Verb 2 that I have in my rack here. And so the Oberheim is going to be actually only used as an arpeggiator to arpeggiate some sounds from the AX80 synth. And once I have those, I'm going to sample them directly into the ASR10 as well as a bass line. So let's see how it turns out.
All right, so what I'm doing here is I have the AX80 running into the Cyclone, or the Cyclone's running through the MIDI for the AX80. There's different patterns here, arpeggio patterns, so six sounds pretty cool, and the sound I have. Let's see, maybe I'll turn the resonance down a little. Maybe the cutoff. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a couple chords into here, into the ASR. That sounds a little fast. I wonder if I could slow that down. Alright, that sounds cool. Okay, let's go ahead and sample the first chord in. Go ahead and do the next chord, which is going to be... Alright. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 chords. Let's take this sample and make copies. Alright, so here's what we got. So we got... And I know it sounds a little familiar, but I might not play them in sequence in that order. So, alright, so next up, I'm going to get a bass sound out of the AX80 actually. I'll put that on another instrument here to use as a bass. Let's do that right now. Alright, let's do that. Go record this on a different instrument. Filtering on the ASR10. Alright, so I have the chops here. And then I have the bass here. Alright, next up I'm going to set up the AX80 so it's going through the mixer, and then the MIDI implementation is going to be run by the MPC 3000. So and as well as the ASR10 is also going to be run via MIDI by the MPC 3000. All right, I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the MPC 3000 and the ASR10 together real quick. So I'll go down here. Okay, so that's just for now, and what I'm going to do next is set up my XBASE 09, Jomox XBASE 09, which is like a TR-909 808 kind of clone. So up next we'll be checking that out. Alright, peace. Alright, here we go. I'm going to set up the XBASE 09 to be sequenced and controlled by the MPC 3000 real quick, so set this up. Whoa. Might be a little loud. The Jomox XBASE 09, the bass drum section and the snare drum section are analog, and then the hi-hats are sampled kind of like the TR-909. There's all kinds of samples in here, but just for this video I'm going to go just do some standard hats here. Alright, something like that maybe. Does that work? Alright, now let's just try to come up with the just a quick pattern. Let's see. Let's mess with that. Alright, that's good enough. Let's mess with the time correct a little bit on this bad boy. Now a little bit of sustain in the snare drum. Let's see. Decay. Alright, so we got some drums going from the XBASE 09 and then the arpeggiation. Now I'm going to go ahead and maybe do a little bass line on the ASR, so I'm switching to instrument 2. So now I'll go down here to 2. Alright. So I'm just messing around with the beat, play along, see if I can figure it out. Alright, let's try to write something, just mess it around. Let's see what's my timing at. Let's do that. Alright, let's see if that sounds. Alright, now let's try adding a little bit of a melodic thing on top, maybe with the AX80. Alright, so now what I'm going to do now is lay on a little bit of melody on top from the AX80. Something kind of simple. Let's see, so. Alright, let's just try tracking something. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed messing around, or watching me mess around with my machines, just getting the hang of the whole MIDI sequencing thing and stuff. Alright, well, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!